14-year-old Harrison Kanyeri walks around what had been his home. When the nearby dam burst on Wednesday, his house, like many others, stood in the way of the water.
I was watching TV at the neighbour's place. When the program ended, I went home. On my way, I heard a loud bang. I dashed to the house but found my parents were not inside. Then I heard people screaming and shouting, "The dam has burst! The dam has burst!"
He ran, but the waters caught up with him.
So I raised my hand in the hope that someone could see it and pull me out.
Someone did, his 15-year-old neighbour.
I was standing at the veranda. Then I saw a hand in the water. I reached out and grabbed it and pulled the person out. It was Harrison, so I told him to get into the house and rest.
I could not believe I was alive. I kept thinking of how I would have been swept away by the water and died.
The boys waited 4 hours in the dark before the water subsided, and then they dared to go outside.
We saw many people who were dead. I even stepped on a small child. I lifted him up and handed him to my mom. She removed her coat and covered him with it. She gave the child to the Red Cross, who rushed him to hospital.
The boys and their families are among dozens taking refuge at a nearby school, surviving on donations. Aid workers say there's been a big response, particularly food and blankets.
Going forward now, we need more support around personal hygiene. We are talking around toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, bathing soap. We are really asking for medicated bathing soap, towels. Yeah, we are looking at sanitary pads, slippers or bathing slippers, and items like those ones.
They may be getting a decent meal and a place to lay at night, but for these displaced families, this is definitely not home. The regional government insists it's doing its best to help them pick up the pieces, but for these families, the process of rebuilding their lives will be a long one. For Eric and Harrison and many others, rebuilding will take a very long time. They're glad to be alive, but they also must learn to live with what they went through.
I keep seeing those images. I will not forget them for a long time.
Peninah, Karibe, CGTN, in Solai, Nakuru, Kenya.